Yo, it's your boy PK, aka Prince Kid, and you're locked in with Talk with Tim on the interview. Prince Kid is not my real name. I created the name to basically hide my Facebook when I was in middle school from my parents. You know what I'm saying? I was a little sneaky motherfucker. But eventually, after a while, it just kind of like caught wind. So I was just like, fuck it. But crazy enough, like I'm African. Like looking into my birth certificate, like it's a little weird situation. Like even on my birth certificate, it says like Master Eniola. So like yeah, so like a lot of the stuff kind of like played into like the whole Prince aspect of shit. So I never really kind of changed it. Like I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just keep it as Prince. Even if I was to drop like the kid part of it, because I'm obviously not a kid no more, but it would like the Prince still kind of fits me as a person. So now we got Prince Kid. I've been producing, I've been doing cover art, I've been recording since I was 16 out here in Bridgeport. I travel back around, like, well not back around, like, but back and forth from like here to New York. I be trying to take trips OT sometimes. I just recently came back from Atlanta with my boy Diddy. As far as like my background, I've been doing, like I said, I've been doing music since I was 16. Started off recording my boy in my crib. I had like a little closet set up. He kind of took music a little serious when we was in high school, so like I was just recording. From there, I realized I was like, yo, like we need some beats. I started making beats for him. Once I realized that I could start making beats, I was making his beats and recording them at the same time. Then we were like, yo, like how we gonna drop this? At the time, we was kind of like dropping music on SoundCloud and stuff like that. So I started doing a lot of his cover art. Once I started realizing like, yo, like I could really do all three of these things, then I started like taking each of them kind of a little bit more serious day by day. Like certain things definitely took like more time than other things. Like the beats thing, like I was a little bit more heavy in the beats at the time. As time went on, like, you know, I'm in college, I'm living off campus now, like I gotta pay bills and stuff like that. Like, I started taking the graphic stuff a little bit more serious. I record, I do graphics. The beats, not as much. I still do make beats, but I kind of record and do graphics more than I do make beats lately. As far as like the music side of everything though, I went to Just Right. It was there. They invited me over. I was working with a couple artists over there. From there, I kind of like built up my engineering like skills. Like I worked with a lot of the engineers that was over there. I was just able to get information from people like Mojo, Casey, Kels, even Edwin when everybody was over there. So just being able to like soak in different like knowledge from different engineers, like it was definitely helped a lot to be able to at least understand what the hell I was doing when it came to this. But yeah, from there, after that, like I kind of like traveled around. Like, so I used to run with a group called Luxury Entertainment. Had a little falling out with them, but it's kind of cool. But even with them, like I was able to go to Philly. I worked with an artist named OT The Real. I got a song with him. I haven't worked with anybody from out that way in a while, but just that experience alone kind of like put me in a different mindset of like, okay, like there's a lot of stuff I could do like outside of just Connecticut kind of situation. But yeah, I've done a lot. Because my boy that was rapping at the time, we wasn't really trying, or we didn't have no bread to like go to the studio or none of that. Like we kind of did everything in-house. So like I was lucky enough really to like actually have somebody at the time that, since I wasn't working or nothing, like that was like giving me $200 out their paycheck every week, like to like buy certain equipment. So like I would wait like every week or every 2 weeks to like get the 200 so I could purchase new equipment, like kind of situation. Until it got to the point where like I started making money off of like selling beats and stuff, then I started like saving money and purchasing more stuff as time went on, that situation. But really like once I got to like college, that's when I kind of knew like I needed to kind of do something because, you know, being in college, like I'm not home, like I'm not mobile, I'm not really active as much as I really should be because I'm away. I gotta do homework and stuff like that. So I kind of like try to make sure that there was something that I was always doing pertaining to my field or what I wanted to do. Like I started an LLC off of all of this. Like I own a business and I pay taxes. I'm paying my taxes on this shit. But yeah, like it's just something that I really wanted to do, and I didn't want to like have it die out because I was in school kind of situation. So I kind of set everything up to the point where like once I graduated, like I was working for myself out the gate. Like instead of like trying to go scramble look for a job or something. When I first started, I was using two programs actually. One was called Mixcraft, and the other one was called Reaper. Mixcraft was horrible. I hated Mixcraft. I tried making beats on it, and I was like, this is not it. Especially because you couldn't really, or I guess you couldn't really add like third-party like sounds and stuff like that. So like a lot of the music that I was hearing at the time, like it just didn't sound the same as what I was making on the program. So I'm not gonna lie, I did try to rap at one point. It was horrible for me, so I stopped. But because I did that, I had a friend that kind of put me onto FL Studios. So like he kind of like told me like, yo, like if you want to make beats and if you want to record, like this is the program to get into type of situation. So once I started using FL Studios, that's when I was like, okay, like I'm gonna start making beats because this look a lot more fun than trying to rap and for me be the hottest hottest rapper in the city. I work a regular job. I'm a caregiver on the weekends, so like I only do that 2 days a week. But the way my job is set up, like I could literally like the graphic stuff, I could do it all day during the week. I can record sessions if I want to. I can make beats if I want to. And then during the weekends, like I kind of like do my caregiving, and at work, I can also do my graphic design. Like for me, so it's always a constant flow of like work. Like I've never really stopped working kind of situation unless I'm like sleeping or something like that. But I always got something going on kind of situation. So I did start making money off of beats immediately, but I didn't know how much I could make off of beats kind of situation. So when I first started making beats, like I probably sold like my first beat for $25 and somebody bought 2 of them, so I made $50 the first time. Like, and ever since then I was just like, like maybe I could live off of selling beats. You can, but you can't. Like for me, at the time I was kind of hard-headed. Like Diddy had to kind of like tell me like, yo, like you gotta get a job, bro. Like, I mean, niggas don't got no bread to pay for me. Nah, for real. Like, so it was kind of like I didn't really want to hear it at first, but then like as time went on, like I realized like, yo, like I'm not gonna be haggling niggas to try to pay me for nothing. Like for me, I'm gonna always make sure that I got some type of bread coming in, regardless of what niggas is telling me, this and that and the third. So for me, that's why I do so much shit, because it's just like, if I stick to one thing, people are just gonna keep me in that box, and for me, they're gonna expect something out of me all the time when I could kind of play around with that kind of situation. Being me, I don't got no family that do none of this, bro. Like I'm the only person in my family that do music. So like being an African Nigerian boy, like for me, it's a little harder to like trying to get into music, especially when you don't have people that's like within this field. So like being around him and like actually seeing like, yo, like you could actually make bread and you could actually like link with other big name artists. Like I'm seeing industry people that we've seen on Instagram like in person because just being around this nigga. So dream artist, I would say would be Lil Wayne. I've always wanted to do at least a track with Wayne, you know, before he kicked the bucket. Niggas is getting old and shit, but definitely always wanted a track with Wayne. Producer-wise, I'll say like Southside. Lately it's been ACL Jacob. I've been fucking with a lot of his beats lately, but definitely Southside and like people like Metro and stuff like that, because I really dove into like wanting to understand like how to make beats and get industry quality sounds because of like those 2 different people, because just watching mad YouTube beats every day, like just looking at them making beats and try to mimic some of the things that they do to like get their beats to sound how it sounds kind of situation. So yeah.
Southside or Metro, who's been better?
It's definitely Southside. Metro is a little bit more, he's like darker with it, but I feel like Southside isn't really scared to like try different things. And Southside actually started rapping too, so like it kind of creates a little, it's different when you can actually hop on one of your beats or like have one of your homies make beats and you can hop on it and it actually sounds kind of good kind of situation. But Metro ain't never rapped or nothing, so it's a little different on his end. But the beats is fire, like as far as what I've heard from the stuff that he's produced for people. Lex Luger or Sonny Digital, it gotta be Lex Luger because he started it. Like it would be, a lot of this shit wouldn't be here right now, or we wouldn't be making some of the beats that we make if it wasn't for niggas like Lex Luger and Southside. So definitely gotta be Lex Luger. You said Pharrell or Timberland. Damn, that's a hard one. I'll say Pharrell. Maybe just because I'm younger, but I know a lot of Pharrell's music is like It's a little bit more energetic, and I like kind of like the music structure and how he doesn't make one type of genre all the time. Like he always tries to like push the boundaries of what he's doing with his music. Like they'll record sounds and put it in beats kind of situation. Like so it's a little different. Shit, do what you want to do, man, for real. Cause if you don't, you ain't never gonna do nothing. For me, I graduated college and I'm still doing this shit, bro. Like grinding every day. You can find me on social media at PKD World, and that goes for everything. For my graphic page, it's PKD World Media, and the world is spelled without an O. So, yeah.